in 2006 you came.
Yeah.
I mean, you started these multiple businesses, which was in construction, in furniture. And what are the challenges you are facing, and why you think that? And when was the birth of Kcal? Or when did you feel that, okay, let me get rid of all these old businesses or these traditional businesses, and let me start something which is very forward-looking?
So actually, I love mechanical stuff. I love all the stuff.
Because I love the vision, you know. You almost 15 years back, you actually visioned that healthy food is going to be the food in every household.
Well,
and that was a great vision.
Well, let me state that the vision was not created like, I do a master plan and this is what's going to happen. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And it was actually very simple. I think most businesses that have a lot of success, with time, they create their vision. You know, when I remember when in the early stages, somebody was talking about brand and the personality of the brand. And I'm sitting talking to this guy and saying, what the hell is he talking about? This is just food. Just eat the damn food. Yeah. You know. Now it's much more. I know exactly what brand means. You know. I need. You know, all that stuff. So
it's about creating the perception about the product now. Brand is all about.
Brand is the soul of the company, right? It's how it's the personality, you know, and the clothes you wear is the marketing, right? So you can change your clothes, but your personality is in here. It's in your heart. So what were you saying? I forgot what the question was. I kind of
drift. The question was, what exactly? When did this idea conceive?
Oh yeah, right. So at the time, it was very hard to me and my business partner Mark. We used to work out in Fitness First in Batuta Mall. That was before there was so many gyms. So that's kind of like the main gym back then. And I knew Mark from real estate because we had a business before. So we kind of got into this business as a place to open a restaurant and create a menu that is fully transparent. And it will cater to.
And did you have restaurant experience? No, you didn't have
nothing.
You
nothing at all.
Just out of the blue, you just came out saying, "Let me just open up a restaurant."
Yeah, okay. Crazy idea, right?
Yeah, crazy idea. And
crazy idea.
And was the capital that you held that time? What was
capital?
The bank balance you had?
Nothing.
Just start.
Yeah, I mean, well, the thing is, I was quite fortunate to make quite a bit of money on real estate, but it just disappeared in 2009, right?
Okay,
disappeared. I'm like, whoa.
So you were doing real estate also at that time?
Yeah, because I had quite a few number of properties that I was fortunate enough over a period of time to acquire and made quite a bit of money on that. But obviously, it was stuck in properties. So when the crisis happened and the bank start calling you loan to value ratio and la la la, I'm like, I'm gonna die. You know, I end up quite down. But anyway, you know, I was not married, I didn't have kids at the time, so it's just a bump in the road. As anything is, you know. Obviously, the older you get, the harder it is to start a business because you have much more responsibility and you have a family and so
100%.
on. So you're more cautious when you're young. Yeah. And, you know, at that time I used to wheelie bikes and stuff as well. I don't do that anymore.
And there's so much of committed obligations.
Yeah, exactly. So you obviously have a lot of. The older you get, the more doubt you get. You know, so.
And which was the location you selected for the first restaurant?
Yeah, that was the cool part because we selected in JLT. At the time, JLT wasn't really really a place where people went. It was kind of.
I think there was only this DMCC, this Almas building.
I think we were the first ones in Lake Terrace Tower, which is in Cluster D.
Okay,
and we still have that one. We did get the shop next to it, so now we have two. Just combined them, and that was the first. And it was horrendous, man. When we opened, the food was terrible. Everything was terrible, but nevertheless, we continued.
But at that moment, how you decided to have Kcal as a brand or as a name?
As a name,
and why did you focus on healthy meals? There was other options as well.
Okay, so
because you see a lot of Asian people also are there.
Yeah.
Why you choose this type of meal?
So this kind of cuisine is basically it's my personality. It's how I eat, right?
Okay.
So being able to, there was nobody else that was being transparent with the menus. You don't actually know what you get. Yes, you can pick some broccoli and some chicken and stuff. It's a bit boring, but if you want to flavor it up, a lot of people just use a lot of grease, a lot of sugar, salt, etc., 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 to get all the flavors, palettes.
The challenge is to blend the healthy food with the taste bud.
For 100%, you know, and at that time it was everybody thought healthy food is a salad. I'm just going to eat a carrot or a piece of salad. Oh, that's healthy. Definitely is, but it's not going to fill you. So we used to eat in a restaurant in Batuta Mall where we used to work out called Sing. It doesn't exist anymore. And what we used to do is you get these bowls, you could fill up with vegetables, and we used to top them. I'm sure we made that restaurant bankrupt because every night after gym we would sit there, and then they closed down. It was like, man, they closed down. And that was kind of like, okay, what do we do? And it's kind of like, you know what? Let's just create a restaurant ourselves. We do exactly what we want, and we eat for free, which is the idea.
It's eat for free. Idea.
And the idea is that everything is transparent, and it's based on a Paleolithic diet, kind of like low carb kind of diet, in short, caveman diet or whatever you want to call it. So many names for the same thing. And that was the beginning. You know, trying to, how do you get a burger down in calories? How do you get the grease out of it? How do you, you know, there's, when we opened, it was fine, but in the months running up to it, when we were tasting the food and figuring out what to do, it was, it was like, this is going to be tough. We're probably going to be the only ones eating here.
I came across this brand almost in 2012, and for me, I mean, from the outside, I just felt it's another Subway. I mean, how you're different?
Well, first
you got
of
my
all,
point.
Yeah, sure. So, I think one of the things that Kcal is known for is flavor. Either you like Kcal or you don't like Kcal. We get complaints. Your food tastes of too much, and I'm sorry, but that's the way Kcal is. It's like telling McDonald's, "Oh, your burgers are too much burger," you know. That's not. So I really like flavor. When you eat something, it has to have something else. Wow, this is different from the other item, you know. So the whole idea is that we take.
That's where the stickiness also remains with the brand, because it's very different.
Yeah,
it's just not eating raw vegetables.
No, exactly. So like every day at 12 o'clock in the office, I get the same food. I've had that for years. It's a big bowl of vegetables and a power bowl mixed together, and it's beautiful every day. I just had it now, like an hour ago, and it's excellent. I love the food. Yeah.
I love the passion in the way that he has said.
No, I really do.
Your product.
I really, it's just flavorful, and it's tasty, and lots of vegetables, and it's good for you. And you know, if you go to a restaurant and you know it's not good for you and eat it, you feel good halfway through. You feel good the first half of it. The second half of it, you're like, oh, why did I eat this? You know, it's like a dessert. When you say, oh, this ice cream is good. Half the top is gone. You're like, why the hell am I eating this? so you know, eat Kcal, got good flavor, and it's just like, wow, it's awesome.
Yeah, I agree.
So the concept is basically for the restaurants. That is, we kind of find menu items that people like to eat but hesitate because of the calorie counts or sugar or whatever, right? So I'll give you, for instance, our red Thai curry. Which I personally love a lot, and I have a couple of friends of mine that are work in that space too, and they actually, how did you get it? You know, because normally you use a lot of palm sugar, right? So we use stevia instead of. So you can debate what stevia is. I don't have a problem with it, but you get that same little bit of sweetness, and you get that spice, and you get the coconut, and it's just
somewhere you'll be able to maintain the palate also.
Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of like you're eating a red Thai curry. If you get a red Thai curry from a restaurant, right, it's loaded with palm sugar. So you probably get maybe 60 grams of sugar in a single dish, even more maybe, depending on who makes it. So obviously we want to pull that out, but still have that flavor and a little spark at the end with the sweetness, a little spicy and so on. And then what do you have it with? Normally rice, but now I either have it with broccoli or cauliflower rice. You put that in there, and there you have it. Load of vegetables, great chicken, 45 grams of protein. Wow. Tasty.